Here is a part 2 of this product ideation to product creation series. And the first part, I spoke about what products are, and in this case, we want to know how to identify problems. This is the product identification part, how to identify a problem. And essentially, identifying problems means we as designers, we're trying to spot the gap, the pain points, the frustration, the stress, inefficiency that a lot of people might be facing using certain things or carrying out certain activity. You want to be able to identify that. That is what problem identification is, as simple as that. But one thing you don't want to do is having to assume without validating the problem. If you are to just assume that this is a problem without knowing if other people are facing similar problem, you might end up building a product and using a whole lot of time building that product, and at the end of the day, it's not necessarily something every other person needs. So while you have that idea, while you think this particular thing is a problem, let's say for example you feel, oh my god, we need another mobile banking app. Maybe we do not need a mobile banking app. Maybe we need an application that has a feature whereby if you go out with friends, you can split the bills or something. Or maybe we need to get a faster confirmation. Maybe that is actually the problem, and not necessarily you building a new, or just saying you want to build a new mobile application and doing the same thing. Note, you can build a new one, but you're solving another problem. You can build a new software, but solving a problem. And that particular problem will make you stand out than the rest. And not just you doing the same thing over again. We can take a look at every single banking applications that we have: MoneyPoint, OPay, Kuda. A lot of people use this application, and some prefer one over the other, not because of their primary purpose of okay you can transfer, but because some of these applications have extra features which other people like or prefer. Oh my god, I like the way these people carry out the transfer faster. I love how I get to have this feature on this app. That's what basically make them stand out, and you see them scaling. So if you are coming into that kind of market and you're feeling a particular frustration using any of this application, and you're like, okay, I want to build a software that is solving this problem, and sure, it's a problem that not just you are facing, right? Other people are also facing similar things. And to do this, you can start observing people. Basically, you can start observing how they interact with similar applications like this or similar software like this, and see if they have same problem. Okay, if it is not a problem a lot of people are facing, then you might end up building a product that is not necessarily needed by people because they have other products that are doing the same thing. And you build your product, you would not sell it in the market because you're not solving an actual problem. You do not know if a lot of people need this problem. You're just going based on your hunch, and you feel you should sell, it wouldn't sell. So as a designer, you want to be able to identify the real problem. Okay, yes, you're going into this market. We don't want to just do what other people are doing. What exactly are we doing differently? What problem are we targeting? What are we solving? That is what you want to start thinking towards. That is it for the problem identification part. And the next part, we'll talk about how to get insight from other people. So do well to stay tuned.